BET Talk, the hip-hop community has lost, as you all know, two of its bright stars in Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. We're all looking for ways, of course, to stop the madness, but industry executives only look at profits, and death and destruction, as you well know, sell. Our rap artists are being used by those who just want to see the money. We'll talk about it tomorrow night on the next edition of BET Talk at 11 p.m. Eastern. Before we went to the break, Chuck, Willie D posed a question that I want to get you to respond to. Then I want to ask Allison something. What incentive do young people have?
I'll tell you straight out, black community is not in control of its economic picture, education, or environment, or the enforcement, so we're still in the plantation state. So these projected images coming through TV or radio or whatever, these companies making all the money, or that of an athlete or an entertainer. And if a kid feel they can't be that, then they think they're a failure. So we got to understand that when these companies, at the end of the day, and this, whether it's the Biggie or the Tupac, the winners at the end of the day, dead or alive, or the Ted Field and Jimmy Iovine's of the big white company, Interscope, and Clive Davis of Arista, and they control the projected images of us. So until we control our images and control our people on the screen or whatever, then, you know, everybody's going to look and flock for illusion.
Allison, speaking of images and incentive, I want to quote from the new issue of Newsweek magazine. You helped write a brilliant story in here. And you quote, a big picture here of Ice Cube, you quote Ice Cube in the story, and I quote, "Nobody told me about the struggle, so I didn't know how to continue the struggle. I just got that you have to get yours and don't worry about nobody," end quote. Is that the attitude that many in the hip-hop nation have?
I think, you know, it's a prevalent attitude, because I think what he's trying to say is that the civil rights movement, everybody thought that was accomplished, that the goals that was, you know, that they were trying to achieve were actually dealt with. And in the end result, they weren't. And I think that a lot of parents probably, because of the painfulness of talking about it, didn't talk about it to their children. And that's what Ice Cube was saying, that his parents didn't really discuss it with him because it was too painful. And therefore, he just realized, you know, the doors have been opened, so let me go through them.
Let's go to Katrina in Ohio. Katrina, thanks for calling. You on BET Talk.
Hi. I want to make a comment. One, why do rappers have to be so depressing and so negative? I know that's part of their lifestyle, but how come they never talk about goals and what they want to do with their future?
Katrina, good question. Go ahead, Willie.
Let me answer that. You see, here we go again. When people say, how come rappers are always negative and always talking about shooting them up, bang, bang, those are the people who don't do research. Those are the people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't even listen to rap music, because if anybody who listens to rap music knows that there are many different genres of rap music, the same as there are different genres of rock music. You got your punk rock, you got your hard rock, you got your soft rock, you got your so-called hardcore rap, you got your hip-hop, you got your positive rap. So it's different. It's many different genres of rap music. And another thing, every so-called gangster rapper, as the media would elect to label them, every single one of those rappers had a positive song on their albums. Every single one of them. But what the media do, they focus on the ones that can perceive to be negative. And they perpetuate that, and that's all they give you, people who don't really know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, let me ask Chuck before this break very quickly. Isn't it fair, though, to ask the question, at least, Chuck, as to why, though, the majority of the songs and records that climb to the top of the charts, though, oftentimes do have, for lack of a better word, suspect lyrics?
Willie said, there's 350 rap artists over there over the last 10 years. There's thousands of songs. You're talking about a negative society, and this country is going to breed on negativity as being something that rides along the wave. Doing something plus, especially when you're talking about helping black people, you're going against the grain. And when you talk about killing black people or hurting black people, you might even get paid to do so. So it's very easy to say that in this society, but this is the society where we at. So a lot of things are coming to roost, a lot of things are coming to the top, and right now, you know, this is not just going to be a black community thing in a minute.
Our remaining moments with our panel in just a moment. Please stand by.